Good morning. So I thought I'd make a quick video. I've been seeing a lot of content, I guess you could say, about the Arbor Day Foundation and how Mr. Beast did this whole thing on 20 million trees by 2020, and I think that's great. I absolutely love the idea. Um, when I bought my property, it was very, very barren. There was a few trees on here, and my goal was definitely to put in a bunch of trees. And I've done something like that. Not a whole lot of trees, but quite a bit, substantial amount. And I started pruning and taking care of the existing trees on the property. And unfortunately, I did take out about 4 or 5 trees. But here's the thing. I'd say, yeah, go ahead and donate what you can to the fund. But out of those 20 million trees, I don't know how many are going to actually make it to maturity. And I think that's the most important question we should be asking here. Is we could plant 20 million trees, but out of those 20 million trees, how many are actually going to make it to maturity? Because in my experience, if you don't tend to those trees, if you just kind of just plant them, they don't, you have a high mortality rate, and that's just kind of the nature of the beast, and that's not a pun. So I guess what I'm saying is, I think the best thing to do is to encourage everybody to at least plant one tree on your property, and maintain it. Make sure it grows. And if you have a large piece of property, then go ahead and do more. I think it's going to be great because trees provide a lot of different benefits on your property. One, depending on the type of tree and the proximity of it to your household and whatnot, it makes it more desirable, makes your property more desirable for potential buyers when you sell it, or if you plan on selling it. Another thing is, they bring in birds and a bunch of other stuff to the ecosystem, which is great. My plan here is to supplement the goats and with shade, with berries from the mulberries, and the leaves as forage for them, and browse. So, I don't have much here. It's under an acre, but we've got plenty of trees on here. Granted, this property is long. It's not square. It's not rectangular. It's kind of triangle shape. And I don't have a lot on it. It's just really just open land. So, planting trees is pretty much the smart thing to do here. But I have, let me see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I have 30 trees on the property right now. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but that's definitely, substantial amount. And I'm also planting acorns of the native valley oak tree. And that's very important, is make sure you plant a tree that's going to thrive in your area. Make sure that, it's not going to struggle and not going to grow all that great. So that was one of the main concerns of mine when I decided to go with the valley oak. My wife works in an area where there's a lot of valley oak trees, and they started dropping acorns, and I was a little late, and I said, hey, you know what, pick me up a bunch of acorns. So this is a project I have going on right now. Future trees. I got some acorns in pots, and I got a couple guayaba trees and a fig tree. And this fig tree has been struggling. It got eaten by gophers twice, and I forgot to water it when it was in the pot throughout the summer multiple times. That's why it doesn't have leaves. And normally they're very easy to, I mean, fig trees, they're drought resistant, they're easy trees to, and they do great in this area. But the problem with that is, you, back to the beginning, what I was saying is you have to maintain these trees. You have to, absolutely have to, especially when they're in the seedling and sapling stage. You have to maintain them. You have to take care of them, or else they'll die. They're very, very susceptible to diseases, insects, anything really, because they have such a small root system and such a small canopy that they're just real susceptible. Any type of damage to the trunk, to the roots, the foliage, it's gonna definitely damage it. So anyway, I think I've rambled on enough. So I guess I would say is my challenge to you, to the like 5 loyal viewers, thank you by the way, is to plant a tree. Plant a tree in your house. Not right next to your house. That's not good. Any kind of tree is not good next to your house. But make sure you research the tree, make sure it's what you want. And even if you got a small backyard or something, plant something, and water it, take care of it. Preferably if you live in an area where you could grow fruit trees, and you live in a neighborhood, where you got neighbors and stuff, and away from concrete, plant a fruit tree, because you could always give the fruit away. Your neighbors will appreciate it, and you'll have fresh fruit, and nothing beats fresh fruit, like off the tree. So anyway, with that, I'll see you later.